Before we get started, Clifford, hi Kara, your dog is cute. You see her over there? Honey. Hopefully she stays relatively uninvolved in the practice today. When I start moving, she thinks I'm ready to play, so she may make an appearance in the Kriya today. Bernadette, hi, hope you're feeling good. Any new people? If we have some new Kundalini yogis today, sometimes we wrap our head in Kundalini yoga, cover our head to help manage the energy of the crown chakra. And you may start to, as you practice further, if you continue your practice, you start to open up and develop a deeper communication with some of your sensitivities, energetically speaking. And sometimes you may find that you're really sensitive in the crown chakra, and covering the head can be helpful in that capacity. Brooke, hello. And Honey Brooke says hi. Elizabeth, hi. Tom Carlson, hi. Okay, guys. Let's see where we are with time. We just got a few minutes, about a minute and a half left. If you're on my email list, I sent out a message saying that I thought our classes were going to be regularly on Mondays and Wednesdays at 4, but now I've just been told that the schedules are subject to change on a weekly basis for YogaWorks live streaming. So if you're on my email list, I will keep you updated. If you're not on my email list, either email me at karalooneyyoga@gmail.com and tell me what your email address is, or jump onto my website, karalooney.com, and you can add your name to my contact list there. Let's see what else I wanted to say before we got started. So this week's classes we will be doing Monday, 1:30, and then Thursday again at 1:30, and then we'll have my regular Saturday live stream from my apartment through my own YouTube channel. Today's mantra I also sent to those of you who are on my email list. So every week we'll be doing a new mantra while we're live streaming. And if you add yourself to my email list, you'll get advanced notification of that mantra so you can learn a little bit about it, practice it, and then you'll be a little bit more tuned in when we put it into play during class. Okay. All right. Anyone else have any questions or anything that they want to say? Mandy just texted me and let me know that she's on. Awesome. Hello. Okay, doesn't look like anyone has anything to say. So cool, let's get to it. All right, so you'll want a nice comfortable pillow or blanket to sit on. I have here, I don't know if you can read it, our invocational mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. This is the mantra we use to tune in. And most of my classes so far with YogaWorks Live have been 1 hour and 10 minutes, but today we only have a slot for 1 hour, so we're gonna zip right through it. But in a very mindful way. So let's come seated, cross-legged position. I have a good amount of things I want to get to today with you, so try and make the best use of time here. Let's sit in a nice cross-legged position. For my new friends, cross-legged or sitting on the shins can be helpful. If at any point you're uncomfortable in the legs, feel free to shake them out. All right. So we begin every class with a blessing, a vibrational blessing. We tune in, we chant a mantra that tunes us into our higher selves, tunes us into the golden chain of ancient saints and sages who've been practicing this ancient technology throughout the ages before us. Through vibration of sound, we can connect to that living consciousness through this mantra. The translation of Om Namo Gurudev Namo is I bow to the divine teacher within. We're calling on the spirit, we're calling on the soul, and we're connecting to that ancient lineage. We rub the hands together, stimulating 72,000 energy channels. We call them nadis. We also know them as meridian lines. We rub them together, we bring the thumbs into the sternum, chin gently tucks to the chest. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Engage your root lock. That's your sex organ, rectum, navel muscles. Again, take a deep breath in. Draw the eyes up to third eye center. And exhale through the nose. Next, inhale. Let's begin the Adi Mantra three times through. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's take a deep inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep inhale. Suspend the breath, engaging root lock, third eye focus. And exhale, release. Second mantra we chant is a mantra for protection. It's a mantra that we use to kind of protect our energy and also allow us that awareness, that ability to surrender into that divine law of the universe. Generate, organize, and destroy. Things come into being, things exist, and things transform into something else, right? They die, they transform. And we as human beings have a tendency to think that we can circumvent that law. And that attempt through circumvention, that attempt to avoid that passing law is what causes us a lot of suffering. So as we can merge in with the nature flow, right? Generate, organize, and destroy. Things come into being, they exist, and they transform. As we can flow with that divine law, we start to become at one with nature and minimize our experience of suffering. The mantra is Ad Gure Name, Jugar Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. If you're new to Kundalini Yoga, please just listen to it as a blessing. Otherwise, those who know the mantra, please chant it aloud, and you'll come to learn it over time if you don't already know. Take a deep breath in. Ad Gure Name, Jugar Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugar Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugar Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Inhale. Engage root lock, third eye focus, suspend the breath. And exhale, release. Palms face down on the knees. See if you could keep those eyes closed during most of the practice today. Obviously, as we transition through different positions or parts of the Kriya, you'll need to use your eyes for the cueing. But once you're settled in and you know what you need to do, close the eyes and just connect into the breath. And we're going to start with some Sufi circles here. I'm inhaling, rolling my heart forward. Exhaling, rounding, tucking the tail. Massaging my internal organs here. I'm grounding my lowest energy center. Good, and the breath is nice and deep. Keeping those eyes closed and drawn up to third eye center, and just start to connect to your internal universe. Trying to detract your eyes from observing the screen and instead observe your internal experience. And while you're moving in these Sufi circles, just kind of open your ears and listen to the topic of class today. Our universe, our experience, our world is always in flux. Like I said, as we were tuning in, we have that generate, organize, and destroy law of the universe. And we really do have no power or control over the way that law plays out. This is also known as Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, right? Creator, sustainer, destroyer. And it is that constant movement of those three elements, as we can say, that keep things moving in life. And we as human beings have a collective false belief that in order to feel things are right or proper in our world, it needs to fall in the realm of acceptable or good, right? If we feel like things are going our way, then things are going pretty good and all is as it should be, right? Inhale, hold center. And then when we're faced with experiences like we have now with this coronavirus and collective quarantining worldwide, we're experiencing a situation where things are feeling maybe not right or not proper. And the truth is we live in a world of polarities, good and bad, light and dark, and these are unavoidable realities. We tend to grasp toward the things we want and resist the things that we don't want. And in the practice of yoga, we endeavor to transcend polarities, to see beyond them in order to navigate them, right? We want to be able to try and see above the interplay of the drama, the light and the dark, the good and the bad. And through yoga, we endeavor to see all things as being part of a divine order, right? A divine creation. Hold center. Inhale forward, exhale round back. Inhale forward, exhale round back. And when we're experiencing something like we are right now in our local and global communities, it's kind of hard to see that what's going on is serving some sort of divine order. But if anyone, knows how things play out, a lot of times it's beyond our comprehension. Most times it is. And I'm very certain that this circumstance is just like that. It's beyond our ability to comprehend. So all we can do is try our best to surrender and accept it. This time is an opportunity to pay closer witness to that reacting part of ourselves, that part that resists and grasps, right? Immediate reaction, compulsive behavior, the things we think should and the things we think shouldn't happen, our expectations, our resistances, right? Let's pay closer attention to that tendency within us. And also let's develop a closer connection to that part of ourselves that can easily respond and rebound and remains flexible and pliable to the circumstances that we're faced with. This ability to accept, allow, and enable the flow of circumstances. And the more flexible and fluid we can become with these experiences, the less negative, or perceivable negative impact it will have on us. Easier said than done, however. That's where practices like Kundalini Yoga bring us to a clearing of our energy centers, where we can transcend some of these visceral experiences within our emotional system, our nervous system, and our body, and really start to see more clearly what's going on, okay? So let's take the hands up onto the shoulders now. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right. Eyes are closed. And they're drawn up to the third eye center. And when we stimulate the optic nerve in this way, we're activating glandular production in the brain. We're stimulating the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the pineal glands, creating a cocktail of hormones within the bloodstream that allow us to relax, release, and expand our perception. If the brain waves change, they become longer, it's slower. This allows us to relax, respond, experience, as opposed to react. The breath is deep here because we're wringing out the lower body organs, bringing in fresh oxygenated blood, grounding that lowest energy center, and then pulling that energy right up into the heart center. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, center. Reach the arms up. And exhale, hinge, bow forward. Stretching through the low back, tenting up on the fingers. And a nice stretch in the hips and in the low back. And then let's inhale, come forward onto hands and knees in a tabletop position. Okay, my hands are under my shoulders, my knees are under my hips, my tops of my feet can be grounded, or the toes can be curled under, whichever works best for you. And I'm going to inhale, lift chin and tail, exhale, round and tuck. Moving through the spine, moving through the torso, activating that central energy channel that runs through the spine. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift high on the 1. Inhale. Exhale, round, tuck, and dome. Knees come out wide. Let's sit back to the heels, child's pose, forehead to the ground. And take a few deep breaths here. All right, let's rock it up. Just want to do one more little warm up here to energize the heart center and also get some lymphatic drainage going around the neck, the underarms, this area where we tend to get kind of congested. So I'm going to make fists with my hands. It's irrelevant whether you have the thumbs on the inside or the outside for this. It's up to you. I'm going to cross my arms in front of my chest. Pull my elbows back, inhale. Exhale, thrust my fists over the back of my head. Inhale, come down. I'm going to look out for my dog so I don't elbow her. Exhale, come across. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Eyes are closed. This is really nice, especially if you have a tense front of the chest, upper shoulders, and around the neck. We're stimulating lymphatic drainage here. We're opening up the heart center, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra. And this is a nice, powerful breathing exercise too. So we're stimulating the lungs, getting that energy moving in the upper, higher triangle of consciousness. Here we go. Just a few more. Okay, good. Now let's take those arms up high. And exhale, release the hands down. So I hope some of those concepts I brought to your attention today give you a little bit of perspective to see how this situation that we're all presented with can be looked at as a really wonderful opportunity to hold experimentation with your inner self. recognize our tendencies towards suffering, our tendencies toward creating drama around the polarities that we experience and that we're guaranteed to experience. And then also bear witness to that witnessing self that can rise above all of that and see how much more we can bring that to the forefront and let that reactive self kind of dissipate and lose its strength. So the Kriya that we're going to do today is one of my favorites. It's a very efficient, quick, wonderful Kriya to get the energy moving through the chakra systems. We'll be clearing energy at the navel and the root, moving it up into the solar plexus and the heart, moving it up into the throat and all the way up through the crown. Okay, we'll do a little meditation at the end before we begin our mantra. And I don't know how many people have tuned in since I moved back away from the camera, but I can't really see too many comments, nor can I see how many people are on right now. But if you're on my email list, you received an email that contains the mantra that we'll be chanting this week, Gobinde Mukande. So we'll be bringing that out soon. And this is Honey. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is, actually, before I lie down, I want to talk to you about breath of fire. I know people who come to class with me regularly are familiar with what breath of fire is. No, that's not an invitation. I got to show these people my belly. So when I do breath of fire, let's start panting like a dog, basically, and the belly starts to move. Let me sit on my knees so you can see beyond her. If I sit on my heels and I start panting like a dog, you'll see how my belly starts to move, right? Now let's take that panting breath from the mouth into the nose. Okay, this is breath of fire. And this is a pranayama that we will be doing throughout the whole Kriya today. If any of you online here today with me are either on the first 3 days of your moon cycle or pregnant, instead of doing that particular breath of fire pranayama, I encourage you instead to do long, deep breathing. You will be losing nothing as a result of that. You will only be minimizing the activation of that aponic energy, which you don't necessarily want to activate when you're on your first 3 days of your moon cycle or you're pregnant, or overactivate for that matter. So why doesn't everyone come laying down onto your back? We're going to start with stretch pose. My veteran Kundalini yogis, you're very familiar with this pose. My low back is grounded onto the mat. My feet lift up and engage all through the thighs, inner thighs, glutes, hamstrings, calves, shins, and feet. My hands reach out in front of me. I gaze toward my toes and I begin that pumping breath into the navel and through the nose. Okay, modifications include sliding the hands under the hips if you have a tight low back. Other modifications include grounding 1 foot at a time. Okay? All right, and you can also, if you have a tender neck, you can either interlace the hands behind the neck or just lower the head altogether. But we really want to activate navel energy here. So let's all get in position and let's get this show on the road. All right, here we go. Take a deep inhale, lift up, get in the position that you feel is sustainable. Remember, long, deep breathing for pregnant moon cycle people. Here we go. The more you engage your muscles, the more the whole body is working to hold this position. Take a little rest if you need to, but see how you can persevere. Stay strong, stay with it, stay committed. "30 more seconds. I know it's getting tough. Stay with it. Do what you can. "10 more seconds. Inhale. Contain that breath, engage everything, and exhale. Whew. Relax. And really relax. Let everything soften, shake out, grow heavy. And this time of stillness is allowing the energy to move. If you put your hand on your belly, you may feel your pulse at your navel center. That's a really good sign that you've moved energy and you've reset the navel point energy. Let's just take 2 more deep breaths here. Really let that energy assimilate. Okay. Inhale, knees come into the chest. Let's rock it up. And we're going to come rolling down over onto the belly. Transitions are not as fluid in Kundalini yoga as they are in flow yoga. But we roll with it. Okay, so I'm on my belly. I'm going to bend my knees. Now, depending on your flexibility, it may be helpful. Let me step out of the frame for a second. If you have like a strap or a piece of fabric, if you're tight in the hamstrings or tight in the quads, you can wrap a strap around the shins and lift yourself up. Otherwise, grab onto the feet, grab onto the ankles. I'm going to lift through my chest, kick the feet into the hands, chin gently tucks to the chest so you're not straining in the neck, and begin breath of fire. Eyes are closed, drawn up to third eye center. This is a beautiful massage for the intestines. Wonderful contraction in the back body for the kidneys and the adrenals. And an obvious heart opener here. Take breaks if you need to, though I encourage you, go beyond that compulsion to just break when things get uncomfortable. See if you can lean into it and pierce the skin of that uncomfortableness a little bit. Transcend that part of you that feels like this doesn't feel good. This is not fun. And what it is it's medicine, right? It's good medicine, maybe bitter medicine. Let's go for 30 more seconds. See if we can kick it up a little higher. Ten. Inhale, kick the feet into the hands, suspend, and exhale. Release and relax. Shake the hips from side to side, release the low back. Close the eyes. Feel that pulsing energy in the solar plexus, in the heart. Restabilize your breath. All right, 2 more breaths. The moments of stillness are just as important as the moments of movement in Kundalini Yoga. So really allow yourselves to marinate in that stillness and that relaxation. Hands come up under the shoulders. Let's bend the knees. Curl the toes under and come sit right back down onto your back. Okay? Now we're going to come back into a bridge pose. I'm going to come down laying onto the back. My heels walk in right close to my glutes. My palms ground. I lift up through my hips. Maybe lift up on the toes even if you'd like to. Interlace the hands. Walk the shoulder blades in under the back. Gazing up to the sky. Chin is to the chest. And we begin breath of fire. Really powerful doming of the belly here. Opening up energy in the heart center, in the throat center, stimulating thyroid and parathyroid, stimulating the vagus nerve. Again, lean into that part of it that's a little bit uncomfortable. Pay attention to yourself. Do you normally quit in circumstances like this? See if you can move a little bit further into it. Moon cycle and pregnant women, please, long, deep breathing. Make sure that diaphragm's moving. 10 more seconds. Inhale. Engage root lock, third eye focus. Press up into the pose. And exhale. Release the hands. Articulate the spine down. Extend the legs out. And rest gentle. This set is like a complete reset for the body, for the glandular system, for the lymphatic system, for the nervous system. We're working the energy up through the chakras by way of the poses and the interaction of the breath. And then the meditation at the end opens up the 10th gate, that crown chakra. So this is like a full body energetic sweep. Revel in this relaxation time. Take 2 more breaths. All right, now turn the palms face down. Lift yourself up just through the torso. Extend long through the legs. I'm going to ground my forearms so my elbows are directly under my shoulders. Okay, we're getting into fish pose here. So instead of sinking into my collarbone, I'm going to lift up through my collarbone, draw my shoulder blades together, lift up through the heart like there's an invisible force pulling my center of my sternum up to the sky. Okay, if you have neck challenges or neck injuries, I encourage you to keep the chin toward the chest. Otherwise, my friends who don't have any neck problems, let that head hang all the way back. Eyes are closed and drawn really strong up to third eye center because we're moving now the energy into the throat and the third eye center. Let's begin breath of fire. Here we go. Let that head really relax back if you have no neck injuries. Strong third eye focus, lift through the heart. Stay with me. Lose yourself in it. Last 10 seconds. Inhale. Suspend the breath, root lock, third eye focus, engage all the muscles in the body. And exhale. Gently, 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 gently lifting the head up. And then lay yourself down onto your back. One last resting time. You should maybe feel some liberation in the shoulders and in the neck. Sometimes when we create tension and hold tension for a certain amount of time, it allows then for the release of tension. It's kind of what we did there. In the throat center, up through the chest. Maybe gently rock the head from side to side. All right. How are we on time here? Okay. Hands come under the hinges of the knees. Let's rock it up. Cross-leg position. This will be the last part of the Kriya set before we go into our mantra. And this is a meditation that opens up what's called 10th gate. This is the crown chakra. This is the energy center associated with the subtlest forms of existence, right? Divine source energy. I'm going to interlace my hands into Venus lock. I'm going to have loose elbows. I'm going to have drop shoulders down away from my ears. Shoulder blades extend down the length of my back. My tailbone turns down. My chin slightly tucks in toward my chest. And I take a long, full, deep inhale. Suspend it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently hold it out. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold it. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold it. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. Now continue that breathing on your own. Suspend, eyes drawn up, right through the crown of the head. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep those eyes up. Now this is where the ego is going to start stepping up into your nervous system, into your conscious awareness and saying, you want me to hold my arms up when and how long and for what? Oh. Just sit in a place that is able to look at that and sit beyond it. Accept the uncomfortable feelings in the shoulders and the arms and maybe the tingling in the fingers. And just tell yourself you can handle it. Not only can you handle it, but you can transcend it And it can be something over time that you could do for 21 minutes if you wanted to. Keep those eyes drawn up through the crown of the head. To move energy in clear blocks, we must create a level of tension, friction, and pressure to put that energy into a place where it needs to be released. And this is how we do it. Good. Let's go for just one more full minute. Even if you're not feeling serene in this, it doesn't mean you're not doing it right. It means that you're training yourself into being able to sustain it. This is how we strengthen the nervous system, how we train it to sustain and be able to withhold some of the demands and burdens we put on it. And when we live in this technological age where everything is happening so fast and it's very intense, we need a strong, resilient nervous system in order to carry that charge, right? It's like the wiring of a house. You upgrade the wiring of a house to enable it to sustain stronger charge. Same as what we're doing here. We're upgrading the electrical wiring of our house. Let's take a full deep inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath. Draw those eyes up through the crown of the head. Reach those arms up. Keep the posture. Exhale. Inhale. Root lock, third eye focus. Reach those arms up. Eyes through the crown of the head. Direct the flow of energy. Press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And exhale. Hands come down around the auric field. Round the fingertips, tuck the chin of the chest. And just sit gentle for a moment. Sit in a gentle meditation. And just experiencing some of the energetic benefits from the effort you put into that Kriya set. A clearer lens, an expanded perspective, a more resilient being. All right. Let's gently blink those eyes open. Now, for those of you who are on my mailing list, you received last night the mantra that we'll be chanting in class this whole week. And if you're not on my email list, feel free to either email me at caralooneyyoga.com or go to my website, caralooney.com. caralooneyyoga@gmail.com is my email. And go to my website, caralooney.com. And you can send me your email address, and I'll get you on my list. Now, this may look more like hieroglyphics than anything else to you, but the mantra we're about to chant, Gobinde Mukande, Udare Apare, Hariyang Kariyang, Nirname Akame. Okay? It's a lot, especially for those of you who are new to Kundalini Yoga. I ask you not to let that intimidate you. If the mantra doesn't sink into your conscious awareness, just listen to it, right? You can still chant mantra by thinking it, right? That's just a subtler vibration than that of our sound through voice. So when you're mentally thinking a mantra, you're still vibrating that mantra. It's just subtler. Okay, and sometimes we have to think the mantra before we can actually embed it into our brain to speak it. So the way that we'll be chanting this mantra, well, actually, let me first go into the details about the mantra. The translation: sustainer, liberator, enlightener, infinite, destroyer, creator, nameless, desireless. Right? So we're talking about that force we were talking about in the beginning of class, that generate, organize, destroy law of the universe. There's this force that's at play that is beyond the control of the living beings that inhabit this planet, and maybe beyond, for all we know, right? And we're connecting to that force by chanting this mantra. And let me give you some of the details about what this mantra is said to do. So this mantra is noted for the capacity to break through deep-seated blocks. Besides helping cleanse the subconscious mind, it balances the right and left hemisphere of the brain, bringing compassion and patience to the one who meditates on it. It brings balance by aligning quick action, versatility, and shrewd insight to help you navigate whatever challenges you might face. We're definitely facing some nowadays, right? When these core aspects are aligned, you will be able to know your true purpose and see things as they are. From this place of clarity, you will be able to remove any obstacles. So through chanting mantra, we're setting a vibration within our being and the space around us, right? All life on earth here is, all matter is energy vibrating at a particular frequency. So when we cast out vibration through mantra, we're interacting with time and space and matter and affecting its frequency and its resonance, which is really cool. Okay, so we're going to be in a Gyan Mudra position. That's index finger and thumb facing up on the knee, shoulders down and away, tail turned down, eyes drawn up to third eye center. And I'm going to try my very best to sing this mantra a cappella, so please forgive me for any shrill sounds that may come out of my mouth. Okay, so I'll start with the first round and then feel free to join along. Gobinde mukande udare apare Hariyang kariyang niname akame Gobinde mukande apare Hariyang kariyang niname akame Gobinde mukande udare 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 apare Hariyang Kariyang Niname Akame Govinde Mukande Udare Apare Kariyang Niname Akame Govinde Mukande Udare Apare Kariyang Niname Akame. 3 more rounds. Govinde Mukande Udare Apare Kariyang Niname Akame Govinde Mukande Udare Apare Kariyang Niname Akame Govinde Mukande Udare Apare Kariyang Niname Akame. Take a deep inhale. Root lock, third eye focus, suspend the breath. And exhale. Sit for just a moment. Take an energetic inventory, connecting to that deeper part of yourself, feeling hyper presence, hopefully. And if not, you're on the path. Kundalini Yoga is a science, a technology. So it's not if, it's a matter of when these awarenesses start to come to you. As long as you apply the technology, the results are measurable through your experience. All right, extend the legs out. Gently come laying down onto the back. Feet and thighs turn out naturally. Tail turns down, shoulders plug away from the ears, chin to the chest. And just gently relax. Preparing for Savasana. And while you remain laying down, I'm going to roll up and play you a little sound healing. So please remove and release any tension in your body. Even if you feel tension, see if you can contract into that area and then release it maybe 1 or 2 times. Jaw softens, tongue relaxes in the mouth, ears fall back, eyes sink back. And let the breath self-regulate here. Just allowing all the work we did today to take form in the body. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins and rock from side to side. And roll onto one side into fetal position. And gently press yourself up to seated. Hands come to heart center. We're going to close out with the long time sun. Just one round, and then close out with 3 long satnams, and then I'll have a few moments to recommend a book and answer any of your questions. So let's take a deep breath in. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the light within you guide your way on. Take a deep inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Satnam. 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 Take a deep inhale through the nose. Bring folded hands to third eye center, blessing that you'll be guided by intuition and have the wisdom and courage to follow it. Exhale, bowing forward. Satnam. Namaste. Inhale, rising up. Great job, guys. Thank you for joining me. What a cool way to spend time with each other when we really have no other choice. Some of the concepts I was talking about today, right? Like getting into that perspective of this is what's in divine order. So how can I just, really great book. And it's a quick and easy read and really nourishing. It's called The Tao of Pooh. We can learn a lot from our Taoist and our Buddhist friends when it comes to being with what is, right? And accepting as opposed to resisting. And this is a wonderful book that gives us the characters of the Winnie the Pooh kind of family and how each character relates to how we react under stress. And Pooh being the character that tends to just kind of be curious and roll through life about all things. And so I highly recommend this book. Let me see if we have any questions. And before I get into those questions, we'll be working together again on Thursday through the same channel at 1:30, and then on Saturday through my YouTube channel at noon. And we'll be working on the same mantra, so you'll get a little bit more practice with it. You can get on my email list if you want to be emailed the mantra. You can email me at karalooneyyoga@gmail.com or jump onto my website, karalooney.com, to get on there. You can follow me on Instagram at Kundalini. Let's see what we got. Julia, woohoo, go Kara. Great to have you on, my sister. Bernadette, thank you. Ellie McHale, this was lovely. My cat responded really well to this. I think she understands Sanskrit. That's true. My dog responds well, but sometimes gets in the way. Sound instruments too is really funny. Ruth Elliott Hilton, thank you, Kara. I feel taller. That's awesome. It's your auric field that you're feeling, Ruth. It's really expanded. All that pranayama, all that movement, moving the energy through the chakras. Good stuff. Okay, guys, it's 2:30 on the dot. Next class on Thursday, we'll have an extra 10 minutes. So it'll be from 1:30 to 2:40. I look forward to seeing you all on Thursday. Please give me your email so I can communicate some mantra sheets with you and updates. All right. Until next time, my friends. Bye.